Alright, and welcome back everybody to Fangame Marathon. We have ProtoCloud and Syaxamaphone. I'm gonna give up on that one and let you introduce yourself.
Most people call me Syaxamaphone, Syaxamaphone, Six, anything is fine.
Alright, and you are, well, not you, but Proto will be doing a run of your game, Mega Serval.
Yes. I created the game, ProtoCloud perfected it.
Alright, can we start it? Okay, 3, 2, 1, and go! So this is Mega Serval, a game about a lone cat going to save her friends from this evil blobs thing. They are pretty mean and they shoot things a lot. I'm not gonna talk too much because if I blink an eye, I'm gonna be dying really fast right here. So
Right, it's a very fast-paced game.
yeah, it's a very fast-paced game. It looks
So
a lot
fine.
like it looks like a lot like the classic Mega Man, but the gameplay is more akin to the Mega Man Zero or Mega Man X series, to be honest.
Right. An intentional design choice.
Intentional design, oh, that's a pretty good choice. Let me say that. Okay,
Thank you.
let's not die on the logs, please. Okay, there you go.
No, you're doing fantastic. This is actually, when I first started making this game, I thought it was probably one of the harder levels, but just the way people, like, just watching people play it, I'm like, I could have probably made it harder.
Oh, please no. Don't make it hard.
I could patch it. The game has actually gotten quite a few patches. Just a lot of it is to make things faster, but there's still some massive glitches in this game that now that the speedrunner community has gotten used to them, I don't touch them because they're fun, they're fast, and they're cool. So there's gonna be some weird stuff in this run. Some of it intentional, some of it maybe not so much. That punch that Black Jaguar does will actually kill you in one hit.
Yep.
So watch out for that.
So the reason we are going to Black Jaguar first is because his weapon is like it's really useful for movement, and we're gonna be using a lot in the rest of the game. The Jaguar punch is essential for this run.
Yeah, it's a fantastic item.
It's excellent. Oh yeah, by the way, something I love about this game is how fast you can go by menus and death animation. It's something a lot of Mega Man Fangames should have to make the game flow more smoothly. Oh,
I
shit.
definitely think so.
Oh shoot.
I can do it. Yeah. There's a lot of people. I've watched a lot of like just casual runs of this game, and a lot of people miss that. But it's a very good shortcut.
Yeah, it is. It's a really good shortcut. Okay.
A lot of things in this game are intentional, but that ladder skip you just did, or like the ice skip, I didn't know about that until recently.
Oh, I see. There's actually a way to go a little bit faster on the first section of this game, but I show that later if we have some time. I don't think I'm gonna if I'm gonna get it, but still.
It's still a very clean Grey Wolf.
Okay, Grey Wolf. Go a little further and do that. Just a little ass.
The weakness weapons in this game are extremely effective.
Oh yeah, by the way, Serval is using a maid costume. That's a thing that is on this game. I just forgot to turn it off. So
I think it's the optimal way to play.
we are going with maid Serval now.
It's just an extra I added into the game. You don't have to unlock it or anything. It's just in the options menu. It's actually an outfit she has from the game she's from. But yeah, the menu skipping is quite nice.
Oh, thanks. Something really important to tell about is about how can you equip multiple weapons at the same time in this game. Like, I'm having 3 weapons at the same time. I have the Jaguar Punch, I have the Wolf Dive equipped, and now I have the Scratch if I am with neutral Serval. I don't know if I can call it neutral.
Yeah, just like our default form. Yeah, so, and on top of the ability that you can switch to in the traditional Mega Man sense, you can also equip 2 additional abilities to 2 additional buttons, and then the default top face button is just always the Buster. So that way you can effectively have 4 weapons equipped at the same time. Just to cut down on having to pause the game, switch menus, and of course you still have like the L and R switching that you can do for your primary weapon. Very good, Togi.
Yeah, I couldn't tell that much about the Wolf Dive, but Wolf Dive is really good for movementation vertically.
Right. It was very hard to like Jaguar Punch is so good. I was trying to get some other movement abilities into the game, like Wolf Dive and Spin Paradise. They're the other 2 movement abilities, and I think that they're both very good. But man, Jaguar Punch is just so effective.
I remember Wolf Dive being a little worse on the first version.
Yes, I buffed it quite a bit, more range. And actually, you can now fire off Wolf Dive from your Coyote frame, so when you just walk off a ledge, you have a few frames to still get that vertical boost, and there's a few places you can use it to skip some platforms. It's much more useful than it was in the first version. It also does a lot of damage.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, 2 hits, we got a little hit, and now we have a first weird skip of this game.
Oh yes, weird skip. I like that name.
I love this skip. So yeah, you can explain.
So basically, how weird skip works, which I guess what we're calling it now. How it works is that when Serval dies, her death object will still interact with the checkpoints, and the checkpoints aren't deactivated. There's another one she's going to hit. The checkpoints are not deactivated when they're off screen, unlike other objects. So her hitbox, or her death sprite, basically careens off the screen, hits a checkpoint further down the level, activates it, and you will spawn further ahead than when you die. There's only a few levels it's effective, but Margay, I think, is the best example of it because there's 2 you can do, and they skip a lot of the stage.
Yeah, you skip a lot of her stage.
Right. It was originally implemented as a mercy, so if you die right before the checkpoint and you happen to hit it, then you can keep it. It working so ridiculously far off screen was a bit of an oversight, but I'm not going to take it away. I think it's very funny.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool skip too. Okay, now it's Black Buck.
Now it's Black Buck. This is one of my favorite stages. I love this stage.
Yeah, I love to go through the stage fast.
Very good. This is actually the last stage I did. That's probably why I like it the most.
I see.
I guess I feel it's the most like a culmination of everything I've kind of learned, spriting and programming and putting everything together for this game. This was the final stage. I actually did it after I did the final stages. So all 4 Wily stages were completely done before I even started this stage. That's why there's hardly any Black Buck enemies in the Wily stages. Nice skip.
Oh. Okay. So after when I was practicing this game, I ended up trying to do a run using only the Miai Scratch, and yeah, using just the Miai Scratch, you can find a lot of cool things to do in this game. Like on Toki skip, on Toki stage, I don't know if I hit or not, cause everything is going so fast I can't even think about. But you can despawn some enemies on the top platform, and then you just go through and there is any enemies there.
The despawning mechanics in this game, they're a little wonky. I'll be honest, I completely forgot to fix that.
Oh shoot!
Oh, he got you. Yeah, if you walk off screen, an enemy will despawn, and they don't immediately come back. There's a little bit of wonkiness in the timers, just how the enemy spawners work. And I just never, there's no really any good reason, I just never fixed it.
I see.
So if you can backtrack just to despawn a lot of enemies, but of course it's slow, and we don't want to be slow. That was very good, I like that.
Okay. Black bug, pretty cool.
She is very cool.
I like her design. Pretty dope.
No, she's great. I love her design. That's why that's why she's in the game.
I think it's also cool to talk about a little bit of Kimono Friend.
Yeah, so I can talk about a bit about the games or the source material. It started as a mobile game, and that's where most of these characters are from. Actually, where all the characters are from. But most people know Kimono Friends for the anime that aired in 2017. It had a very successful first season,
Yeah.
and that's where it really took off. This game, it has a lot of the plot points or a lot of the characters and setting of that season. But I also borrow a lot from the mobile games. The original, and I'm actually an avid player of the current mobile game, so that's why a lot of these characters in here, like Black Buck and Rock Python, both are bosses from that mobile game that weren't in the first season, or they weren't really featured in the original mobile game either. But basically about Animal Girls, it's not as action-oriented as this game. It's actually an RPG, or a series of RPGs. This is, I just really like Mega Man, and I like Kimono Friend, so I threw them together.
And like Mega Man, Kimono Friend has a lot of characters. Like, I think it's more than 200.
Oh, more than 300.
300? Wow.
There's a lot of characters. Most of them, like there's a group of main characters like Serval. She's very fleshed out and she's in just about everything. But there's characters like, for example, African Rock Python, who's in a few things, but aside from a couple character notes, she's not really that deep. But, it's still I try to include what I can of the character when I put them in here. This part's hard. This is a very difficult segment.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool one when you land it.
It feels very good when you do it, but it's very the wind is very difficult.
Yeah, this one is kind of
yeah. That enemy used to be really bad because you would actually still be affected by the wind when you were stunned. I've recently patched it, but if you were hit, you would just get pushed.
Oh yeah, true. It's instantly that.
Yeah, it's very hard to recover from that. But you can, though, because a nice mechanic that you have access to is that at the very end of your stun, if you press the jump button, you can actually jump out of your stun, and it'll save you from hits. Or you can just turn off the stun altogether. There's a lot of difficulty options in this game. You don't want the stun, you don't want the knockback, you can turn it off, you can lower your damage. You can even turn on infinite ammo if you just want to play around with the abilities. There's a lot you can do in the story mode, and it doesn't affect the achievements or anything. This is the best weapon in the game.
Oh yeah, the whip is pretty good. It's gonna be used on the late game a lot.
Yeah, it's very good. I don't know, I can't remember how intentional that was, but Python Whip ended up being very good for like every boss.
Okay, we have a whip now. We have to kill the vampire now with the whip.
Of course.
And break the walls to get the energy tanks.
Yes.
Despite
you have to make sure you get the chicken as well.
Despite the stage is obviously Castlevania inspired, the floor on the beginning reminds me of Super Mario Bros. 3.
Yes, I love the Super Mario Bros. 3 floor.
Yeah, it's so good.
I think, oh, there's a wall chicken. Nice spike. Okay. Kiss the spike. So yeah, this is just a little bit of everything in Castlevania. Like you're in the sewers or that underground part. Now you're in the clock tower.
Okay, now watch carefully. Okay.
Yes.
Let's do it again, shall we? So, yeah. When Serval is singing, he can just kinda walk on thin air if she's on stairs. I don't really
means nothing to her.
I don't really know why, but
So there's a few states in this game. There's a state that Serval can be in where
oh shoot.
she has momentum that is separate from the regular physics. Oh, there you go. She has momentum that's separate from the regular physics that that Toki Song and Wolf Dive both use this. And basically what it does is it doesn't play very nice with ladders. So once you can get off the ladder, and you can actually keep the momentum from the attack, and that's what gives you the boost. So when you get back onto another ladder, then you get to go a little bit faster because you're getting the momentum from Toki Song or Wolf Dive, and you're using the ladder. So you can go fast and you can just defy physics.
Okay, let's get the funny bug. Yes, I got the funny bug.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's something I discovered some days ago. You can.
Yes, that can happen sometimes. It's not very common. I think Vampire Bat and maybe Black Jaguar are the only two that I know can do it. There's like a split second where you can catch them and it doesn't turn off all their flags. I should probably look into that, but yeah, Black Jaguar and Vampire Bat can still fight after they're defeated. The timer goes and it still will get you out of the stage, but if you die before that happens, then it counts as a death.
Yeah. Okay, this is the last use of Toki Song. Nice.
Yes. If you do Wolf Dive on that, it's very fast, but it's not as consistent as Toki. Toki Song is very easy to do. Wolf Dive is a little bit harder, but you go a lot faster.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, Wolf Dive is really good for this room as well.
Oh, yeah, you can cancel too. This is
Yeah,
probably
you can cancel
the.
Little Dive. Ooh, that was nice. I like that. That black magic there.
Okay. Yeah, Black Magic is pretty useful here because it's one hit KO.
Yeah, it's strong and it's got the shield and it's got the split. It's very good projectile. I don't know how much that means anything from the guy who created it. Very clean burst of paradise.
Yeah, I'm happy I didn't die either.
We've been doing very good so far. Very quick. Doing a good job with the bosses. I like these two because I just think the idea of two bosses is just very fun.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Now
Unfortunately,
the expectation is that we gotta do it next time too.
unfortunately, the bosses can't shine that much because Serval just destroyed them.
And if you have the weakest weapon, their HP gets shredded, and it's intentional. I like it. I have a pet peeve in some Mega Mans where you have the weakness weapon, and it just does like maybe a couple ticks more. I find that so frustrating. Like, I got their weakness. Why is it still so difficult?
Yeah, makes sense.
Maybe I'm too much of a casual. If you have their weakness weapon, I made it really count. I know there's some Mega Man games that do that sometimes, where it really does a lot of damage. And I don't know, it just feels very satisfying to be able to melt the boss like that if you have the right weapon. Well, that was a little faster than the Toki Song. Usually I see people do Toki Song there, but that was a little cleaner.
Okay, I have 4. No, 5. Oh, M9. I don't have 4 at all.
Oh,
so I got
now you're full health.
Okay. I have to go back and hope not. So the reason I'm taking some damage here is because I'm setting up another one of the funny skips where you use your hitbox when you're dead.
Right. So this is the last weird skip in the game. I feel that if you do miss weird skip here, like you're not set up for it, I think it would be faster just to do the 2 screens because you're only saving a few screens than to do the skip.
Yeah, it would be faster, but I didn't train those 2 screens.
That's true. And it's still very cool to see. Oh,
Okay, I got it.
very nice, very nice.
Okay, this boss is kind of hard.
This boss used to be very hard. This boss I had to nerf a couple times because this would be the run killer, or just like the casual play killer.
Got a new tank just for him, just in case.
I think him and the final boss are the only two that I really. Oh, nice jump. Oh, not so nice jump.
I'm not cool anymore. Let's.
No, he does a lot of damage. This is a very hard-hitting boss. I think all the bosses going forward do a lot of damage. And you don't have any of the health upgrades either, I don't think. I don't think you grabbed a single one.
Okay, nice.
So if you're playing casually, there's 8 health upgrades you can get, which will give you 8 more ticks of health total. And these bosses were designed with you having some of those in mind. So they do hit a little harder than the regular enemies.
Yeah, something pretty cool, but it's kind of hard to hit at is when you do a dash and then you jump. If you press the button a couple of frames right before you hit the ground, you can keep your momentum. But
Yes.
you didn't need to press the dash again. But yeah, usually it's not the best option to do.
And there's not a lot of situations where it'd be super useful because the jumping onto the slide is a lot more consistent.
Yeah. Maybe
I think the
for
slide
tests.
is almost as fast as the dash. They might be the same actually, I don't remember.
Let's call him here. Oh yeah, also Serval has a energy balancer when she's not equipped with anything. So just everything goes equally from the lowest weapon.
And even if you are equipped with a weapon, if that weapon is full, because the weapon you have currently equipped will always take priority, then it'll be whatever weapon is lowest. But if you have nothing equipped, then it will be whatever's lowest by default. I like this boss. This is my favorite boss. I like him. Giant wheel. This guy and the previous guy are both bosses from the mobile game.
Oh, there are bosses
So-
in the mobile. Oh.
Yeah, they're both bosses from the mobile game. I didn't make these guys up.
Oh, I see.
The final boss I did the final boss, but these two guys, they are from the mobile game.
This last one reminds me of Sonic Colors, because he's a giant wheel. The first boss of Sonic Colors.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh, the big Ferris wheel
See-
boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess there are some similarities there. I promise I didn't take from that. Maybe they did. Actually, the mobile game was made by Sega,
Oh yeah, true. Makes sense.
so you never know. I'm not sure who from Sonic Team. I don't think anyone from Sonic Team worked on Komodo Friends 3, but yeah, it was originally developed by Sega. Someone else does it now, but for the first couple of years, it was developed by Sega. I think because they had like a contract, because there was also a arcade version that was in the Sega arcades in Japan. Oh, maybe she'll actually no, she won't attack you because she just explodes. There she goes. So in the refights, you don't actually fight the original bosses again. These are those little orbs that came out of the bosses in the original fights. Those are what you're fighting now. So that's the main villain of this game. It's like a enemy that copies the bosses. So kind of like evil Mega Mans. I don't know if any Mega Man game did anything like that.
Maybe on Zero Series? Mega Man 03, I think is something like that.
Something like that.
I didn't play the Zero Series yet.
One day.
Okay, Jaguar's gonna be pretty tough. There we go.
Yeah, this is the toughest boss in the game. Here she goes. Yes, it is a reference to Metal Man. It's also a reference to her attacks style. Her entire character bit in the game is that she defeats things with one punch. That's why she has that one-hit KO move, and then if you use her move against her, it's also a one-hit KO.
I like to think she's so strong she even can handle her own strength.
She's too strong for her own good. Her attack also, by default, does 4 damage, which is enough to damage most enemies, or enough to defeat most enemies, but those big minecart guys that have like 12 health, they're weak to that attack, so they still die in 1 hit. It's a very good offensive option. It does it all.
Okay, Metal Gear 3, casually.
Yeah, the final boss fight. This is a very fun ladder fight to do with. The ladder is weak to wolf dive, I'll tell you that much.
Oh yeah, true. My bad. Didn't.
And now it's time for the final boss.
Yeah, so this is Kaban, the best friend of Serval.
That's the entire fight. Right. She's from the first season of the anime. Oh, she's actually from both seasons, but this specific incarnation is from the first season of the anime. It's building up that you would fight her, but Arai and Fennec take care of her for you. But you still have to deal with her coughing.
Oh, seriously? Okay.
I think this is a very fun fight with Buster only, but if you use the whip, it just annihilates her.
Yeah, so when you're inside the boss and you use the whip, you can do double damage.
Yes, the that first frame where the whip is back behind you, that actually is also a hitbox, and it does more damage. It's the only attack that'll defeat all 8 bosses. Every boss is immune to an attack. Margay is immune to the whip, but that back whip attack will actually still hurt her. Not very much, but you can defeat her with the whip. So
I love this boss.
I might have taken some inspiration from various Kirby games. If you're lucky, you'll get his weird bug where he just stops moving.
Despite being a good boss, it's pretty RNG heavy. Okay, I have a lot of
Yeah, he's got a lot of attacks. He's got a lot of attacks, and some are slower than others. Like this attack, it's very easy to hit him, but he disappears for quite a while, and this will slow you down. The one where he dashes up or down is also not a great attack to get, so it's like half his attacks already. Yeah, this attack here. If you're bold, yeah, you'll go up there and you'll get him.
Yeah, if you're bold and you have a lot of E-tanks.
Yeah.
Okay,
This guy, he does a lot of damage. Yeah, you come out the time.
Okay, time's gonna be when the big blob eye is going down. Let's not die here. Time!
Very well done.
Nice. How did I go?
Yeah, I just use tanks on that guy.
What's the time, by the way? I'm not seeing.
I was probably off by a few seconds, but it was like a 27:30 or so.
27? Okay,
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
that's pretty good for marathon.
Okay, so this is Mega Serval. Okay, I'm
Very well
ProtoCloud.
done.
I do the. So yeah, I'm ProtoCloud. I'm normally on YouTube, playing streams on Sundays. So if you like video games or you like the sounds of Brazilian Portuguese, come by.
And I'm Syaxamaphone. I made this game. I'm mostly on Twitter. Sometimes I post progress updates. Most of the time I'm just retweeting anime girls.
Oh yeah, shout out to 40 Nix. He made all the soundtracks here. Oh, and Catonator.
Yes. Catonator did Black Jaguar stage and Vampire Bat stage.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, very well done. Excellent time. This was not. I didn't know that people would be able to get through the game this fast. It's always a treat to watch.
A pretty cool game to get.
It's free on Steam.
True. That's important. That's really important.
You can give me a total of $0.00 to play this game. Or you can wait for the Steam sale.
What do we have to give you on the Steam sale?
$500. It's a negative % off.
Nice. Alright, do either of you have anything left to say?
No. I'm done for it.
No, thank you very much for having me.
Thank you very much for the great run. That was a lot of fun to watch. Up next, we have Naro with Yo-Yo Kengeki Muso. The 3D Toho will be pretty fast, pretty intense. Stay tuned.